and welcome to the Oregon State Intramural Volleyball League Championship. My name is Anne-Marie Bottita. Here we are live from Dixon, broadcasting from KBVR TV. We are so happy to have you here. We have two incredible teams on either side. On the left, we have Washed Up, and on the right, we have Bumped Up Kicks competing for the championship. Incredible net play by both teams here. As we start in the first point, that ball is out with powerful swings. These teams have played each other twice before this season, and each one has won once. So this is their tiebreaker match. Anything could happen here today. Up to serve is Dylan Van Skoik for Washed Up. That ball goes short. Point, Bumped Up Kicks. Both of these teams have a lot of skilled players with a lot of experience and are coming together for just intramural volleyball. Big hands on the net. Setter tips it over. Sets outside towards the line, and it's picked up. Powerful swing from the back row, and that ball is in. Another point goes to Bumped Up Kicks. An ace for Bumped Up Kicks, giving them another point. Serving is such a huge part of this game. It is the first attack. It gives you the biggest advantage and the first chance to score in every rally. The ball goes deep, but it's picked up. And a back set with a swing, tight to the line, but it's just out. Point again goes to Bumped Up Kicks. Each of these guys have played with each other already, so they kind of know what they do and what to expect, but with wins from each, it's going to be some tough competition today. A set to the middle, and that ball is hit very deep and very in. That ball went across the entire gym here at Dixon. That's how powerful that swing was. Blocked by Washed Up. Those hands got up high and put that ball straight down. Great serves by CJ Mullins. Ball is in. It's picked up right to the setter. Another back row attack, but it's in the net this time. You know, it's one thing to have power, but also that accuracy is a big part of these hits. But sometimes you gotta keep doing it and keep practicing before you can finally get that shot you're looking for. That ball is in and picked up. Big, powerful swing on the line there. Tried to block it, but it just went through their hands. Point to Bumped Up Kicks. We got a top serve spin tight to the net, but it's picked up anyway. A back row attack, and it's picked up tight to the net. And oh, good hustle by Bumped Up Kicks, but nonetheless, that point goes to Washed Up. You really got to admire the amount of effort that everyone is putting into each play. These rallies can be short, but you have to put your everything into every single point while you can. Another deep back row serve. A little bit out of system, but it's picked up by back row to send back over. Great middle shot by Washed Up. As they continue to serve. This game has been very back and forth, but anything can happen at any point. Ball goes deep, sent to the back row, a little bit tight on the net, but they're able to pick it back up. Tight on the net again, and unable to keep that ball in. The thing about volleyball is that you can't touch the net with any part of your body. So it's nice to stay off of it. Great pickup by Dylan on that set there, but that ball was out. They're debating whether that ball was in or not, but they continue to call it out. And ball goes to bumped up kicks. April Murray to serve. Ball goes deep. Ball is in no man's land, direct ace for April. Again, another deep serve, but it's picked up. A little bit of a fake out, but it didn't quite get over. Always fun to see how these teams try and mix up what they're doing in their rallies to try and fake everyone out. Tight on the net, but they were able to send it back over. Again, tight on the net. Put back into system by Dylan with a deep cross shot from Elizabeth. Just tap that over the net. Beautiful save. Excellent hustle. And we're back in system. A slam of a shot by the outside. Incredible rally from both sides. So much hustle. It's so much intent with everything that they're doing. They're putting their all into this game, and it's so fun to see. Serve goes short, and ball is back to bumped up kicks. Ball is picked up. Clean set to the outside, but goes into the net. Big jumps, though. Bumped up to serve again. Bumped up's getting pumped up. Was set to put it back into play by Dylan. And point goes to bumped up kicks. The setting position is one where you have to hustle on that second ball to get it back into play, no matter where it is. Low middle shot, it's picked up, hit back, but it's out of bounds. Bumped up kicks have some powerful, powerful swings and blocks. Deep cross shot, but it goes long. Up to serve is washed up. Tight on the net yet again, and it's taken by washed up. It's nice to be able to rely on those ones who can get up there and tell the ball, no, you can't come over. We love to see the chemistry on these teams. They've been playing together for the past month or so and have gotten to grow together. Back row attack just outside of bounds. Point goes to washed up. Beautiful outside hit there. He wanted that shot and he got it. Setter dumps over the net, but it's picked up immediately with a back row attack. Tight on the line, but not quite a pass. Beautiful kill and great communication. Ball to bumped up kicks. We are 12-13 in this first set here in the championship match. It's been pretty back and forth. Ball goes in the net, and that's another chance for Washed Up to take a stride. Great placement of that hit. It was just over the shoulder of Dylan, but excellent effort to try and get that back up. Ball goes back to bumped up kicks. Ball goes in a little bit out of system, but with the back row attack, goes right back over. Another back row attack, sending that ball way out. That is a point for bumped up kicks. It's the battle of back row attacks here in this championship game. Tight on the net, but it's sent back over. Great swing by the middle. It's picked up back into system. Another middle hit that's returned. Set to the outside, and it's chipped over. Back row attack, bomb to the other side. A swing and a miss. Trying to get that ball over in two. Great rally though. On these longer ones, sometimes you really need to just try and get it over. Do something they won't expect, which is what we see a lot here, is just trying to do something different. Because these guys know each other already. They've played each other twice before. Ball goes short, breaking bumped up kicks streak here, and it goes back to Washed Up. We'll see what they can do. Serve goes in tight to the net, and it's tipped over, but picked up by the setter, having the middle set the ball. A grand slam of an outside attack, hitting straight into the block, but going out. Incredible execution. Dylan Van Scoik to serve. That ball is in, and it's tight on the net, tipped over and unable to be returned. Great placement by that tip over the net. These offensive plays are a good balance between putting the ball where you want it to go and having enough power to make it go there quickly. Even though the ball's on your side of the court, you have to pay attention to what's going on the other side to see where you're going to give it to them. Ball is in a little bit out of system. Seems like that ball was around the antenna, so that's going to be called out. And a timeout for Washed Up. I believe each team gets 2 timeouts per set, and this would be the first one for Washed Up. Both teams are doing excellent here. We're having great back and forth. It just happens to be, you know, who's going to make more mistakes. That's what the game is. But also we're seeing some incredible plays by each team. Some great offensive strength has been combated with a lot of good defensive strength, and seeing the court as well for each team has been a big benefit. So coming up in the latter half of this set, a lot could happen. And it just kind of happens point by point. Maybe something that Bumped Up Kicks is talking about would be getting their blocks up, because they've had a few balls come through and just break through the block, and that kind of makes it go out a little bit more than it would. For Washed Up, They could be focusing on their serve receive. When those deep balls come in, it seems like they're coming up a little bit short. And we are getting back into play here, looking at 15-19 in the first set. We played a 25. You have to win by 2. Serve was iced on bumped up kicks. Sometimes after a lot of momentum, breaking the serve is all you need to get that ball back into your hands. Deep swing by April, and it's picked up. Elizabeth to chip it into the back. Back row attack, and that ball is in. Now both teams here only have 6 players on the court today, which means there are no substitutions. Everyone is in for every single point. Tight on the net, but it's picked up. A little bit of a reach to get it, but that point goes to washed up. It's all about putting it where they're not. And that's the goal of the game. The ball is in. It's picked up. Powerful swing. But it's in the net. Washed Up is getting back their stride here, picking up a streak of a few points. They could come up and tie this with bumped up kicks. And a back set. Deep line shot by April Murray from bumped up kicks. Excellent placement, and it's unable to be received by the other team. And now April is up to serve 21-18 bumped up kicks. Ball goes short, and it's back to Washed Up for serve. Elizabeth to serve, that ball is in. Sent to an outside hit. Just bounced off of the blockers there. Got their hands up, but couldn't quite put it down. Great execution by bumped up kicks. Tight on the net, and there's a little bit of a joust there. But bumped up kicks gets the point. Back row attack, going back in. Sent to an outside hit that goes straight to the ground. Excellent, excellent hit. Well worthy of that point. Point goes back to bumped up kicks. Little bit out of play, and that ball goes out. And that is the set. Bumped Up Kicks takes the first set in this championship match for our IM League volleyball game. Stay tuned, we'll be right back with the second set. We'll see you in just a little bit. Hello and welcome back to this intramural league championship match. Bumped up kicks took the first set, and up to serve in the second is washed up. Ball goes in, it's a deep float. Taken down, but it's out because it hit the antenna. And it flies off the net a little bit. That's how much power that swing just had. Point one goes to washed up. Oh, they gotta fix the net a little bit, but it looks like we're all right and we're back into play. Powerful swings out here. Ball goes short, but it's picked up. Great middle hit, and that pickup by Dylan was great. Tight at the net, but that ball goes to bumped up kicks. Serve is in, it's low and it's flat. Tight serve, tight set on the net, excuse me, and that ball goes out. Bumped up kicks to serve again. Up for an outside attack, but it's blocked. Tumb over the net, April's there to pick it up. It's set to a back row attack that's through the block, and it comes back in. Tight on the net, it's dumped right over and picked up. Just push it straight to the back, but they've got it. April tight on the net, able to get it up in a beautiful spot. Great placement. She saw that nobody was sitting there, and she put it right where they weren't. Continuing their streak, this is bumped up kicks to serve again. Those deep low serves seem to be tough to receive. Hit to the middle, and there's a touch. That ball goes back to washed up. Our last game was really close. It was back-to-back quite a ways with small streaks of points along the way. And this similarly seems to be happening this set. Ball is in. Tight on the net with a middle hit. Picked up with a back row attack from Dylan, who is their setter. And a powerful swing. Back row attack from bumped up. When in doubt, swing it out. Bumped up to serve. An out of system play causes them the point back. Deep float to serve. Low set, and it's chipped in, picked up right by April. Set to back row. A little bit shy, just into the net. Something about those back row attacks is that anyone in the back row can't step over that 10-foot line to hit. They have to stay in the back row in order to jump. A slide attack coming straight down, straight past the players, right into the court. Excellent communication there, and that's a powerful move. They might get to play again later on. Top spin serve deep and in the court with an outside attack straight outside into the court. That ball was excellently placed. Point goes back to washed up. And we're at 4-6 here in the second set. That ball is in. Beautiful jumps, straight down past the block. Almost had no angle to it. April's now up to serve for bumped up kicks. an ace. April's gotten a couple of aces for her team during this game, which is a lovely way to get a point. It's the first attack, and it's the only attack. And that ball goes out, and it's back to washed up. Here in the second set, you need 25 points yet again to win by 2. And if washed up wins this set, then we'll go to a deciding third match, going to 15. There's a little bit of discussion with the ref and some players. So we're going to take a moment. It's nice to see the players of both teams getting to talk with each other and hang out. Some of them know each other from past seasons or from other years and get to know each other quite well, especially being on the same teams. And with that comes knowledge of how they play as well and their play styles. But it's good to see a lot of laughter, even though we're in these tense moments here, that we can all just come together and play a sport that we all enjoy. We make up handshakes or little things to get us by, and it's great to see those communities come together, which is why we love IM Sports so much. As we were talking in the first set, a timeout can be useful to ice the serve of the other team, but sometimes when pauses like this happen, it can be difficult to come back and serve and get back into that flow that you were just in. It's kind of like a fresh start, which can be good or bad. We've got some dancing here. Everyone's excited. We're all happy to be here. It's a lovely Thursday night of Dead Week here at Oregon State, and it's nice to just let loose and play some volleyball. Now is also a great time for everyone to discuss how the game's been going, talk about different defensive strategies, offensive strategies, or whatever sneaky attacks they might be planning up their sleeves. We've been seeing a lot of great back and forth from each team, and it's really exciting to see that there's just such great amounts of competition here. They're so equally matched, and this pair-up has been really, really fun to watch so far. But again, anything can happen. We're only 5-8 in this first set, in this second set. We could go to a third set, or we could go to a second set. Whatever happens, no matter what, there's always going to be another point in front of you. And that's all that matters. Looks like there may have been an issue with jewelry, which can sometimes be a safety issue. But it looks like we're back on track here. All right, and washed up here to take us back in the second set. Ball is straight to defense. Powerful swing straight through the blocks yet again for bumped up. That was something they were struggling with a little bit in the first set, with having to hit through the blocks, but not quite. And a great block by bumped up. When you get up there, you gotta mean it. You gotta make sure that ball doesn't come back over, and that's exactly what they've been doing in the second set. Great ace from bumped up. As they've gotten on a little bit of a run here, it's 11-5. I'll try to mix it up, but it's just a little bit short, so the point goes back to washed up. And we'll see what they can do with this momentum. Dylan up to serve. Ball is in. Set to the outside. Short, and it just goes over the net. Line shot picked up by April. And a cross shot picked up again. Set to the outside. The grand slam, and it's picked up defensively with a back row attack. Just shy of the line. That ball goes out. Great defense from both teams on that rally, I just want to point out. Both sides have some heavy hitters, but they're able to anticipate where that ball is going and pick it up and scramble if they need to. Set to back row again, and the ball is chipped in. Another outside attack. But our setter's there to pick it up. Set to the outside with a line shot, nice and controlled. Another outside attack with a middle hit. Great hustle, but that ball just went down. It's nice to see how much people are trying to pick up these balls after they go flying, and it's really great to see when they're able to get it, but honestly just admire their effort either way. That ball has power, but it's out of bounds. Goes back to washed up. Here we're 12-8 in the second set. Bumped up, picked up a little bit of a run after that break there in the middle. But anything can happen at any point. We're just retrieving the ball from the other side of the gym yet again. Washed up to serve here in this next point. Their serving and attacking has been very strong. Right now, serving is their go-to outside hitter who will be in the back row for the next few points. That ball right into our production team here, trying to get us in on the fun. Washed up to serve again with some powerful attacks and some powerful serves. That is a deep, low float. Difficult to pick up. Put back into play by their setter. You know what? Do whatever you can to get the ball over the net, and that's exactly what we're doing. Doesn't really matter how, just matters to do it. You could even kick the ball over the net. That's legal. On a bit of a serving run here. Getting some points back. It's 10-12. Great defense, though, being able to pick that up. Excellent adjustment there. He came in a little bit too late, but was able to just bop it over and put it right where nobody was standing. Oh, appears to be a back row attack error. He was in the back row and jumped in front of the 10-foot line while he was standing in front of the 10-foot line, so that would be considered an error and another point for washed up. Low float again. Slam down the middle, touches the net, and they're able to pick it back up. Again, just do what you can to get it over. Even if you're not entirely confident, just go for it, and hey, maybe it'll work. Great efforts by bumped up kicks. Ball goes in and over, but a little bit of a communication error by washed up. Seriously, communication is everything when it comes to this game. You gotta know who's gonna take that ball next. Serve into the net, and that ball goes back to washed up, giving them another opportunity to come back. A little bit of a ref pause here to talk about something that may have happened in the play or some scoring issues. but seems like they've gotten it sorted. High intensity in the gym at this moment. Washed up to serve. Great adjustments, excellent communication. Oh, great hustle. Ball is set low into the middle and it's picked up immediately. High set to the backside. Into the middle, has to pause a little bit to hit, but he hits that straight in. Just bopped over the net. When it's close, you can just get up there and do that. Make sure it doesn't come back over. Bumped up to serve. Again, making sure that ball does not come over the net. Utilizing those attacks when you can. You could hear him call that one shot from a mile away. He wanted that and he got it. He put that straight down. A lot of times in volleyball, if not assumed, hitters will call out what they want for a setter to set them. That ball goes out. So the setter knows, hey, this person wants to be set. And sometimes, the more you yell it, the more you want it, the more you're gonna get it. Picked up. That ball is blocked and it's in. Point goes to Washed Up. There's 17-14 here in the second set. We're close, and Washed Up has the opportunity to come back. Ball is in, set to the back row, but the ball goes long. Bumped Up is calling for maybe a touch, but the ball is confirmed just out of bounds. Elizabeth up to serve. Back row set. Blocked straight down. Excellent block there. That ball had no shot. They're making a little bit of a comeback here. 16-17, and Washed Up has the serve. It's picked up and put into play with a back row attack into the net. It seems like they're relying on their back row, middle, and their right side for all of their hits right now. And while they have been doing well, sometimes you can get a little tired. Out of system, April to swing, and it goes in, putting it back into play. Outside hitter to hit, picked back up. Tight on the net, but it's good. Sent back over. Ooh, a tip received. Another swing to April. It goes in and it's picked up. Set to the middle. It's tipped and it's picked up. Middle to swing into the net. That's an excellently earned point for Washed Up. Some great back and forth here and some great communication when things are going wrong, and we love to see when they're able to communicate well with each other in those moments. Seems like a rotation error for Bumped Up. Not sure exactly on who, but someone may have moved a little bit too early. Point for or is Washed Up to serve still. Another incredible point for Washed Up. They've come back, they're now at 20-17, turning the tides on this entire set. Ball goes deep and it's in. A line shot from their right side. Tipped over and it's picked up. Set to back row attack. But again, another error. Stepping over that 10-foot line to jump. Pumped up kicks to call their first timeout of the game and the first timeout of this set to talk about some things that have been happening. They've been relying on key players for their offense, but sometimes you need to be able to mix things up when someone starts to get into a little bit of a rut. In talking with them before, they told me that usually getting out of a rut is solved by their powerful offense, but when their offense gets into a rut, they have to figure out newer ways to get out of those situations. Maybe trying some newer ways to swing at the ball, or new replacements, noticing where your other team is on the court. Washed Up is doing an excellent job of maintaining their composure, especially when they were behind for a little bit. Elizabeth has been doing incredible on her serving, getting them to make a massive comeback to 21-17. They're feeling hyped up and ready to go here in the second set. Reminder that they need 25 points to win, and if Washed Up wins this set, they go to a tiebreaker match to 15 for the championship title. So we are coming back here in the second set with Washed Up to serve with Elizabeth on a great serving streak. And that ball is in. That break did not ice her. Tipped into the net. Looks like they're trying to do some different. Free ball over the net for Washed Up. And it's sent back over. Swing from April, puts it back into play. To the outside. That ball goes down right into the middle of the court. Elizabeth to serve again. A little bit of miscommunication there, but they got it over anyway, but Washed Up gets the point. Seems like their middle back is trying to stay back, stay down from jumping to avoid those back row attack errors. And it is game point here for Washed Up. 24-17. Bumped Up Kicks still has every opportunity to come back, and anything can happen in these game points. Backswing, but it was touched by the block, so it's all good to come back onto their side of the court. A middle tip into the net, and that is a point for Bumped Up Kicks. These game point rallies can feel so intense sometimes that most of the time, the receiving side will likely get the point back. Top spin serve to the back row, and it's picked up. Great hustle by Dylan there. That ball goes out. Another point for Bumped Up Kicks. These top spin serves are heavy and hard, and they are fast to pick up. They come at you spinning forward, and that is an ace from Bumped Up. 20-24. They've picked up a few more points. Shout out to their defense, picking up these tough serves on Washed Up. Back row attack, sent deep, it's picked up again. Little bit of miscommunication, but it's pushed over anyway. Setter dump is picked up. Set to the middle. Slammed into the block. And that is a set for Washed Up. As they decide who serves in this third set, we will be right back. Stay tuned for the last set of the championship match of the intramural volleyball tournament. We'll be right back. Welcome to the deciding set for the intramural volleyball championship match. Bumped Up Kicks has won our first set and Washed Up won our second set. A reminder, both of these teams have played each other twice, one winning each time. So this truly is a tiebreaker set and a tiebreaker match between these two teams. First up to serve was Bumped Up Kicks, and second up is Washed Up. Now ball goes in. A little bit off for the setter, but the middle is able to hit it back down. Setter Dylan puts it back into play. Hit comes off the block, and that point goes to Washed Up. In our last set, Bumped Up Kicks was able to score a lot of points in the middle, but after a little bit of a break, Washed Up came back and scored a long run and ended up taking the game back after being behind. Bumped Up faced a little bit of attack errors, but that attack was beautiful. That ball hit off his arms so hard that it hit the railing on the track up above us. And that point goes to Bumped Up. A short serve to the front row. The outside is able to hit it. Again, hitting the railing on the track above us. Everyone is coming in full swing here in this third set. Every single person on this court wants every point to be theirs and for this whole game to be theirs. Set to the middle, it's tight and a little bit short. It comes back to them. Swing from the back row. In the last set, those back row attacks were getting called on a few times for stepping over that 10-foot line. But it seems like we're gonna try and shake it off and keep doing what we know best. Top spin into the net. A reminder, the third set here is gonna go to 15 points. You have to win by 2. So every single point matters. Set to the outside. Run up a little bit early, and it's off the block, and they're able to get the point back regardless. April Murray to serve for Bumped Up Kicks. Here is 3-4. Ball goes just over the net and into the back row. With a deep chip, that goes out. April to serve again. With an ace. April has given her team many aces throughout this entire game. And she gives yet another one. We are 6-4 here in the third set. She's found a person to serve to and sticking to it if it's working. Ball goes straight down from that hit. And Bumped Up Kicks has gotten themselves a good run. Heavy block up there on the net. We have powerful swings coming forward, but even more powerful blocks to take them in. April to serve again, coming in a little bit short. They've Washed Up has switched up their defense a little bit to try and return her serves, but seems to be working because Washed Up now has the point. And they've got the ball back. Score is 8-5. Washed Up made a comeback last set. We'll see if they can do it again. Ball goes long, and it's back to Bumped Up. Beautiful float serve to throw everybody off balance. Sent short back over the net. Washed Up calling for a timeout here, giving them a little bit of a break. Coming off of a long serve receive rut like that can be difficult because there's not much moving around you can do defensively until you get that ball back up into play. So they're having to regroup and recompose as they come back here in the third set. And Bumped Up Kicks has done an excellent job of shaking off that last set and coming back full swing and controlling their swing with beautiful intent and knowing exactly where to put it. The energy on both of these teams has been very high, and the competition between both of them has been very, very strong. All right, coming back, we are 10-5 in the third set of this championship match. Bumped Up Kicks is just 5 points away from taking the title. To ice the serve, this is a point for Washed Up. That ball is in, is picked up, sent by a swing around. That ball is in. He came around from the right side all the way to the middle just to slam that one down beautifully cross court. And that ball goes back to Bumped Up. An immediate side out is exactly what they need. That ball had some power on it going straight into the net. Thankfully, no one was standing by it. But the ball goes back to Washed Up. Similarly short into the net. The ball is given back to Bumped Up. Bumped Up Kicks to serve. We are 12-17. Bumped Up Kicks is 3 points away from winning the championship match. A definite tip straight down into the back row there with a lot of strength. And that ball is back to Washed Up. Float serve is a little bit tough to return. April able to send it back over to the net. Setter dumps the free ball right into the back row where nobody would expect it, and it is a beautiful, gorgeous play. When you're a little bit out of system like that, sometimes the best thing to do is just put it over the net. Float serve with a back set. Ball is out. It is game point for Bumped Up Kicks. Game point and match point. That serve is right on the line, and that is the match. Bumped Up Kicks are our intramural volleyball championships here tonight. Both teams played an excellent game, and it was fantastic to see this matchup. That is a second win for Bumped Up Kicks against Washed Up, and they are celebrating happily. Thank you so much for watching with us. We really appreciate you being here, and we will see you for sports for next term.